今日もお付き合いいただきありがとうございます。今日の主なニュースを英語でお送りします。
Iran sent a response to the U.S. regarding ending conflict, but President Trump rejected it as completely unacceptable. Iran reportedly proposed a gradual opening of the Strait of Hormuz and diluting some highly enriched uranium for transfer. They refused to dismantle nuclear facilities. Iran's Tasnim news agency denied the uranium offer, stating they demanded no further attacks.
Chief Cabinet Secretary Kihara stated hantavirus poses no immediate major threat to Japan. No domestic cases of the Andes type, which can transmit human to human, have been confirmed. People traveling abroad are advised to avoid contact with animals. Quarantine stations are checking South American arrivals with symptoms for rodent contact. Rodents carrying the Andes type are not in Japan.
A 32-year-old unemployed woman was arrested in Osaka for allegedly abandoning a baby girl's body in a freezer for about 4 years. Police suspect she abandoned the body in August 2022 at an apartment in Hirano Ward. The woman admitted to giving birth at home and placing the child in the freezer.
6 bodies were discovered inside a freight train boxcar in Laredo, Texas, near the U.S.-Mexico border on May 10th. Authorities found the bodies around 3:30 p.m. at a railway yard during a routine inspection. The cause of death is unknown, and an investigation is underway. Temperatures were high, but it's unconfirmed if heat was a factor. No survivors were found.
The White House announced President Trump will meet Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing for 2 days, starting May 14. A Trump administration official stated that the Iran situation will be a key discussion point. The U.S. plans to pressure China regarding its support for Iran during these talks.
On May 11th, the Tokyo stock market saw the Nikkei average temporarily surge over 600 points, surpassing 63,000 yen for the first time in 2 business days. This updated its intraday high. However, the market later turned downward as investors sold shares to secure profits.
New York crude oil futures. The international benchmark WTI temporarily surpassed $100 per barrel on May 10th. This price surge was driven by uncertainty surrounding the ongoing talks between the United States and Iran, aimed at ending their conflict.
An accident on the Ban-Etsu Expressway in Fukushima Prefecture involved a microbus carrying high school students for a club activity trip. 21 people from Niigata Prefecture were killed or injured. The high school held a press conference on May 10th, stating their investigation found no previous requests for rental cars for such expeditions.
A 32-year-old man, Takaya Asato, was arrested in Okinawa for allegedly defrauding a Saga Prefecture woman of over 200 million yen. He is suspected of impersonating police, claiming her phone number was used in a scam, and demanding guarantee money. The victim lost over 535 million yen in total using similar methods. Police are investigating further offenses.
2 high school students, a 17-year-old girl and a 17-year-old boy, were found dead in a bedroom in Okayama City on May 10th, both with chest wounds. Police are investigating it as a murder, considering murder-suicide or a double suicide. A blood-stained fruit knife was found. The 2 were dating and attended the same high school. No signs of third-party entry.
次は社会のニュースです。
A high school in Niigata Prefecture held a second press conference regarding a microbus accident on the Ban-Etsu Expressway where 21 students were injured or killed during a club trip. The school's club advisor explicitly denied the transport company's claim that the school requested a rental car. Investigation into the accident continues.
In Okayama City, two high school students, a 17-year-old girl and a 17-year-old boy, were found dead in a bedroom. Both had a single stab wound to the chest, with no signs of struggle. Police are investigating the case as a possible double suicide. The pair were in a relationship, and the bodies were discovered by the girl's mother.
A survey shows the average age of individuals in a hikikomori state reached 36.9 years in fiscal year 2025, a 4.2-year increase in a decade. Their family's average age is 66.3 years. An NPO is urging stronger government support, as many families express deep concern about the future care of their hikikomori relatives after parents' age.
Unstable atmospheric conditions in Okinawa Prefecture caused by a front are leading to localized heavy rain clouds. Ishigaki Island is experiencing strong gusts, possibly tornadoes. The Japan Meteorological Agency warns residents to be highly cautious of lightning, severe wind gusts, and potential landslides through May 12th.
In Setsu City, Osaka, a road collapsed yesterday, May 10th, creating a hole approximately 3 meters wide and deep. The collapse occurred due to damage at a connection point between an underground sewage pipe and a manhole. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The affected area is currently closed to traffic as restoration work is underway.
The Constitutional Democratic Party and Komeito are proposing an amendment to the health insurance law. Their plan focuses on raising the cap for high-cost medical expenses. They demand that the impact on middle to low-income households and the need for appropriate medical visits be carefully considered. This aims to prevent increased financial burden on vulnerable groups.
The Osaka High Court upheld a life imprisonment sentence for former hospital employee Tomoya Yanagimoto, convicted of sexually assaulting 10 girls between 2016 and 2022. The court deemed his crimes extremely malicious and premeditated, involving threats with a knife and filming the acts. His appeal for a fixed-term sentence was rejected.
A 70-year-old man in Sendai was defrauded of approximately 139 million yen in a scam involving impersonators of police officers. Starting last March, individuals claiming to be from the Metropolitan Police and Okinawa Prefectural Police convinced him his accounts were compromised. He transferred about 130 million yen and handed over 9 million yen in cash.
The suicide of a JR Tokai employee has been officially recognized as a work-related accident. This decision comes after a second trial overturned the initial ruling. The state has decided not to appeal the latest verdict, thereby confirming the employee's death was directly linked to work-related factors.
Japan's government is revising 3 key security documents with the wording concerning China being a central debate. Some officials advocate for stronger language, like threat, while others prefer a more restrained approach to avoid escalating tensions with Beijing. The current documents describe China as the greatest strategic challenge, prompting discussions on updated phrasing.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
The Nikkei average closed down 295 yen on May 11th at 62,417.88 yen. It briefly reached a new record high during trading. However, profit-taking and Middle East uncertainty led to its decline. U.S. President Trump's unacceptable comment on Iran's peace proposal also contributed to market unease.
New York crude oil futures briefly surpassed $100 per barrel on May 10th. The first time since May 6th, concerns about a prolonged Middle East conflict drove buying, pushing prices up over 5%. Reports of Israeli PM Netanyahu's comments and U.S. President Trump rejecting Iran's peace proposal fueled worries about energy supply.
Japan's Chief Cabinet Secretary Kihara announced plans to dispatch government officials to Russia by the end of May. The mission aims to ensure communication and protect the assets of Japanese companies there. Despite this, the government stated its policy to continue sanctions against Russia.
Prime Minister Takeshi Sanae hopes for accelerated cross-party constitutional reform discussions aiming to abolish combined electoral districts in upper house elections. She stressed the importance of reflecting local voices. The Prime Minister also pledged active diplomatic efforts to ensure safe passage for Japanese ships through the Strait of Hormuz amid Middle East tensions.
Romance scams are rapidly increasing. In 2025, 5,604 cases and 55.2 billion yen in damages were reported, tripling from 2023. Generative AI makes these scams more sophisticated and widespread, helping fraudsters create convincing content and build trust. Experts advise ignoring unknown contacts on social media to prevent falling victim.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Wessent will meet Chinese Vice Premier He Lifeng in South Korea on May 13th, ahead of the U.S.-China summit. He will also visit Tokyo on May 12th to meet Japanese Prime Minister Takeichi Sanae and Finance Minister Katayama Satsuki. Discussions will focus on economic cooperation, currency issues, and the Middle East.
The government has outlined measures to prepare for potential infrastructure failures, such as widespread power outages caused by cyber attacks. It urges local governments and infrastructure operators to secure emergency power sources. Additionally, relevant ministries will assess the current situation to enhance national resilience against such threats.
Prime Minister Takeshi Sanae, during an Upper House Budget Committee meeting, again denied reports that her campaign staff created and posted defamatory videos on social media. These reports alleged the videos targeted other candidates during the previous Liberal Democratic Party presidential election and general elections.
AEON declared a price freeze on approximately 3,500 private brand food items, including mayonnaise and cup noodles, until the end of August. Another 129 items will be reduced in price. This aims to ease household financial burdens amid prolonged inflation and rising food costs, especially as summer approaches.
Value Creation, a TSE growth company, disclosed fictitious transactions with a KDDI subsidiary. Over 8 years, 99.9 billion yen flowed in, generating 1.6 billion yen in sales from fake internet advertising. Value Creation claims it was unaware of the fraud, which remained undetected by auditors even during the company's 2023 listing.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
Lotus Kyoda Fujiwara was removed from the roster on May 11th due to an anterior subluxation of his right shoulder. He sustained the injury crashing into a fence during a game the previous day. Fujiwara, who batted .97 with 2 homers and 1,000 RBIs in 35 games, played briefly after the incident before being substituted. This is a significant blow for the team.
Japan national team midfielder Kaoru Mitoma, playing for Brighton, injured his left hamstring on May 9th. Reports suggest a muscle strain requiring 2 months recovery, possibly ruling him out of the FIFA World Cup starting June 11th. This is a significant blow for the Moriyasu Japan team as they prepare to announce their World Cup squad on May 15th.
Yokozuna Hoshoryu has withdrawn from the Summer Grand Sumo Tournament on May 11th due to a right hamstring injury suffered on opening day. His stable master confirmed Hoshoryu's disappointment, stating a return is unlikely, with other top wrestlers also out. This marks the first time in 7 tournaments that the sumo world will be without a Yokozuna.
Dodgers manager Dave Roberts criticized Shohei Ohtani's recent hitting slump after he went hitless on May 10th. Roberts noted Ohtani is late on fastballs and struggling to hit for power, with his May batting average at .129. Despite the poor performance, Ohtani will remain in the leadoff position as the team awaits his return to form.
Japanese ski jumper Yuki Ito, who participated in 4 consecutive Olympic Games, will retire from competition at the end of next season. Her affiliated company made the announcement. Ito has been a prominent figure on the international ski jumping scene for many years, consistently competing at the highest level.
The Japan men's table tennis team secured a silver medal at the Team World Championships in London after losing 0-3 to China in the final. This achievement marks their first silver medal in the men's team event in 4 tournaments, highlighting a strong performance against a dominant opponent.
Seibu Lions pitcher Kosei Takahashi has acquired overseas free agency rights. The team announced on May 10th. Takahashi expressed gratitude to fans and staff, stating his focus remains on the current season. He aims to contribute fully to the team's victory. Takahashi was a first-round draft pick in 2014.
Japanese ski jumper Yuki Ito, 32, will retire after the 2026-27 season. Her team Tsuchiya Home announced on May 11th. Ito, a 4-time Olympian and World Championship silver medalist, stated her goal is to surpass her previous season's performance and aim for the world's best until the very last jump.
Yui Kawamoto secured her first domestic major title at the World Ladies Salonpas Cup on May 10th, marking her 5th career tour victory. Finishing 1 over par, Kawamoto attributed her win to personal growth, stating she matured through past bitter experiences. This included a challenging period after returning from an unsuccessful attempt to compete in the U.S.
The Nippon Sports Science University men's volleyball club has withdrawn from all remaining Spring Division I League matches starting May 10th. The Kanto University Volleyball Federation approved the withdrawal, citing inappropriate conduct. The specific inappropriate action was identified as sign stealing, leading to the team's resignation from the competition.
続いて、国際ニュースです。
Iran's media reported on May 10 that Iran responded to a U.S. proposal aimed at ending the conflict. The response emphasized the need to end fighting on all fronts and lift sanctions. However, U.S. President Trump stated that Iran's response was unacceptable. The details of the U.S. proposal were not fully disclosed.
The White House announced that U.S. President Trump will meet Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing for 2 days starting May 14th. A senior U.S. official stated that the situation in Iran will be among the topics discussed. The official added that the U.S. plans to pressure China regarding its support for Iran.
Russia and Ukraine have reported around 10,000 ceasefire violations each during a 3-day truce brokered by U.S. President Trump from May 9-11. Ukraine's President Zelensky stated Russian forces continued ground attacks and drone strikes. Russia's defense ministry claimed over 16,000 Ukrainian violations, indicating the ceasefire is largely ineffective.
A cruise ship suspected of a hantavirus outbreak arrived at Tenerife in Spain's Canary Islands on May 10th. Passengers and crew, including one Japanese national, began disembarking after health checks by specialists. They will subsequently travel by aircraft. The ship had been under close monitoring due to health concerns.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent announced she will meet Chinese Vice Premier He Lifeng in South Korea on May 13th, ahead of the U.S.-China summit. She will also meet Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi and Finance Minister Katayama in Tokyo on May 12th. Discussions will cover U.S.-Japan economic cooperation, currency markets, and critical minerals.
South Korea's foreign ministry announced on May 10th that a ship fire in the Strait of Hormuz on May 4th was caused by an attack by unidentified flying objects. 2 unknown objects reportedly struck the stern of the cargo ship, operated by a Korean company, causing the fire. Investigations are ongoing.
Families of victims from a Florida shooting last April are suing OpenAI, claiming the perpetrator used ChatGPT to plan the attack. The lawsuit alleges ChatGPT explained gun operations and suggested methods for a more impactful crime. OpenAI denies responsibility, stating ChatGPT uses public online information and does not promote illegal acts.
Former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, 76, was conditionally released from prison on May 11th. Sentenced to 1 year last September, he will wear a tracking device. After his full term ends in September, he is expected to resume active political involvement, potentially influencing the Thai political landscape.
6 bodies were discovered inside a freight train boxcar in Laredo, Texas. On May 10th, authorities found the bodies at a Union Pacific rail yard. The cause of death is unknown, and an investigation is underway. Laredo temperatures were between 30 to 35 degrees Celsius that afternoon, but it's unclear if heat was a factor.
China's consumer price index rose 1.2% in April, marking the 7th consecutive month of increase. This was mainly due to higher gasoline prices influenced by the situation in Iran. Producer prices also reached their highest level in 3 years and 9 months, primarily due to rising crude oil costs.
続いて、文化・芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Sato Bisaku's theater group, Gekidan Tokyo Vaudeville Show, announced its dissolution by May of this year, ending 53 years of history. The group, formed in 1973, produced many famous actors. Sato Bisaku posted a notice on the official website, thanking supporters for their 53 years of encouragement. The announcement was made by May 11th.
Yoshimoto Kogyo announced on May 11th that 22 comedy duos from Yoshimoto Manzai Theater in Osaka and Tokyo will graduate at the end of July. 10 duos from Osaka and 12 from Tokyo will embark on new journeys. Their affiliation with the theater concludes on July 31st. The company requested ongoing support for all members.
Kyoto Animation announced on May 11th that the manga Umi ga Hashiru End Roll will be an animated film set for 2027. Kyoto Animation, known for A Silent Voice, will produce it with Taiichi Ishidate directing. The story is about a 65-year-old widow who discovers a passion for filmmaking after meeting a student.
Savannah's Masumi Yagi apologized on X on May 10th for the controversy involving his partner Shigeo Takahashi and Kuta Nakayama. Nakayama claimed bullying, Yagi stated. Takahashi admitted his past comments might have been harsh, taking full responsibility. Yagi also clarified Takahashi had no past interactions with Panther Ogata, who had mentioned a disliked comedian.
Director Yuichi Fukuda, 57, revealed on May 11th that he battled depression for 5 years, starting after his 2018 drama. He was mostly bedridden until early 2024, unable to engage in basic activities like reading or watching TV. Speaking on Shinji Kasai's YouTube channel, he expressed profound gratitude to actor Ren Meguro, calling him a gift from God.
Koji Suzuki, the author of the popular Ring series, has passed away. He was widely recognized as a pioneer and key figure in launching Japanese horror, or J-horror. His works significantly influenced the genre both in Japan and internationally. No further details regarding his passing were provided in the news.
An article speculates on a hypothetical The Devil Wears Prada 2, analyzing potential plot points for a sequel. It suggests Emily's character would be crucial, driving underdog triumph and betrayal elements. The analysis envisions Miranda and Andy facing challenges together, while also reigniting the fashion transformation aspect of the original film.
In March 2026, the Tokyo District Court ruled that high-priced resales of snowman tickets infringed on organizer rights. Stardo Entertainment plans to increase crackdowns on resale sites and sellers. A 29-year-old fan, supporting idols for nearly 20 years, explained she used resale sites to acquire preferred tickets influenced by others attending multiple shows.
K-Con Japan 2026 is held from May 8-10 at Makuhari Messe in Chiba. On the first day, groups like Hearts to Hearts and TWS performed INI, a group formed by CJ ENM and Yoshimoto Kogyo headlined the evening concert. A U.S. music reporter praised INI, saying they delivered stage energy to the audience like a knife.
The Venice Biennale International Art Exhibition opened on May 9th amidst controversy. Russia participated for the first time since its 2022 invasion of Ukraine, but visitors could only view videos from outside its pavilion. The exhibition faced criticism over Russia and Israel's involvement, leading to international jury resignations and a postponed awards ceremony.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。